Are you confused about Amazon FBA fees? Want to know what the hell they actually are? Stick around as I'm going to go through all those right now. How's it going, everybody? My name is Connor, and welcome to the From Fault to Freedom channel, where we help provide the tools and knowledge that you need to help accomplish your goals and succeed in entrepreneurship. If any of that interests you, be sure to click the subscribe button as we have new videos out every week. So if you're watching this video, you're probably thinking about Amazon FBA, and you're probably getting very psyched up because maybe you've seen some products and you see, oh, I can source it from a supplier at $5 and I can sell it for $25. And you're just like, wow, I'm gonna make bank. But you have to realize that if you use Amazon FBA services, there are going to be fees involved. So what you're going to want to do is you want to pay attention to this video, because I'm going to outline the three main fees that all FBA sellers are going to have, as well as a couple extra fees that you may incur that you want to be aware of. So stay tuned through the rest of the video so you can take care of those as well. So the very first fee that you are going to incur is a referral fee. And this is basically the cost of you using Amazon's platform, Amazon's established marketplace, in order to sell your product. Now, this is actually very common in business. Think of this as, like a common example is real estate. Is if you help find a potential product or a potential house for a real estate agent, and kind of you're another licensed agent, even though you don't necessarily get the listing, because you found that and you brought a service to one of the other agents, that is basically a referral fee. This comes a lot of different things. Think of even affiliate marketing. This is kind of basically one big referral service. Is you do a review, you kind of take a look at a product, you get somebody to watch and kind of view your information, and you link them out to the actual website in order to buy the product. That's basically saying thank you for your business, thank you for getting it out there, and then you're going to give a referral fee basically to you. But in this case, since Amazon is basically the established business, is they are kind of helping you find the customer, because customers are already going out to their website. So they're basically linking the customer to you. So that's why you owe a referral fee to them. Now, as far as the referral fee goes, I'll link a list down in the description and kind of all different product categories and what the percentages happen to be. For the most part, it's around 15%. There's some that go lower depending on the category. I think it says as low as like 6-8% or as high as 20%. But 15% is about the average per product. Something that's new this year, though, is they're putting in place that the minimum amount for the referral fee per product is going to be $1. And for a lot of us that kind of have like higher dollar figure products, that really won't matter, because we're going to have the 15% that's going to be well over $1. But this is more specifically for if you have any products that are like $5 or kind of, I think it's like $7 or less, something along those lines, where the 15% is technically under $1. That's why they're imposing the minimum. Because if you, I mean, it is viable. If you are happen to source a product for, let's say, 25 cents, get it all shipped over, and you're selling them for $5, that's definitely a good ROI on that. But Amazon wants to put in place that instead of getting like 50 cents on the dollar per thing in referral fees, is they want to set that minimum of $1, which makes it technically a little bit more difficult if you have kind of lower priced items. But just be aware of that in case you're looking in the market for very cheap items or kind of less than $10, is there will be a new $1 minimum that's required for this year. Now, the second fee that you're going to incur is fulfillment fees. And what this is really used for is basically the FBA service of kind of you send the products to them, and then they do all the shipping, they do all the handling, they handle all the customer service, the returns. So it's kind of like this fulfillment fee is for paying Amazon for their services of kind of like handling the customer business situation. And this fulfillment fee is based on kind of the size and the weight of your actual product. So there is, I believe there's 8 different tiers, which we're going to be going through in a little bit here. But basically kind of, it has laid out dimensions on what is a small, medium, large, extra large package, as well as weight. Is it under 1 pound, 1 to 2 pounds, 2+ pounds? Are there oversized products, things like that? So there is a varying range with that. So definitely, if you're looking at getting a product very soon, is you'll definitely want to take a look at kind of what the overall box size of your product is going to be, because that's an important designation. Is it's not the product itself, it's the actual package that the product is in that these fulfillment fees are going to be based on. So keep in mind with that on kind of measuring in accordance with that, because that is what all this is going to be based on for those fulfillment fees. Now, the third fee that everyone is going to incur is the monthly storage fee. And this is basically, again, kind of the point of Amazon FBA is, instead of you kind of housing your own inventory, whether it's in kind of your garage or you actually rent out a warehouse, is you're having the product shipped to Amazon and using one of their fulfillment centers and basically their warehouse in order to store your product. So they're not going to do this for free. They want to charge you something because they want to get some money for that, just like any other business. So with the monthly storage fees, just like kind of the fulfillment fees, this is going to be based on the overall size of kind of your product and kind of how much space in the warehouse it actually takes up. And there are going to be two different designations for this. Basically, there is a standard size and then there is an oversized. Basically, kind of going to key off of the fulfillment fee sizes and kind of what it categorizes with that as well. But just like anything, I mean, the less space it takes up, the less cost it is going to be for you. The more space it takes up, that's Amazon basically telling you that we're going to charge you something a little bit more, because we, in lieu of having your big ass product right here, is you could have had something else in there, could have had more business from a different supplier, so that's why you incur the fee. So the monthly storage fee is actually going to be kind of one of your cheapest fees that you're going to be paying, and it's actually very easy to calculate. So really what it's going to do is it's going to take the overall size of kind of your finished package product. So again, not the actual product itself, but the package that you have it in that you eventually ship to the customer. It's taking the overall dimensions for that, the volume of that, and then kind of doing it by the cubic foot. So really all you have to do with that is kind of take your box, if you have like a 6-sided box, take the length by the width by the height, and then you're going to get basically kind of your cubic inches for that. And then all you have to do is take that number, divide it by 1728 to get what the actual cubic foot happens to be. And then whatever you get there, you'll take that times, I believe it's 69 cents for the standard one. Oversized, it's a little bit more with that. But that's all you're doing. So a lot of these products, I mean, if you have smaller overall products, you're probably going to end up paying like less than $1 per unit, which is actually very nice. But definitely that's kind of just how you calculate it and get those figured out for your monthly storage fees. Now, a big thing to keep in mind with the monthly storage fees is there are different date ranges that they are effective for. So for example, right now it's August of 2018. We have Q3 that is coming up, and that is when all the major holidays are. We have Black Friday, we have Thanksgiving, and we have all the Christmas stuff. We have the Christmas season, so there's going to be a lot of products coming into Amazon because people want to get that big dollar, the high demand for basically making purchases. So between the months of October and December, there is actually a higher monthly storage fee for that. So you want to be aware of that when you're kind of taking a look at your bill. Is yes, it is going to increase, but that's basically because there's going to be a huge influx of stuff coming in for that holiday demand. So that's why they have to charge that higher price. But otherwise, for the rest of the year, from January through September, it is going to be the normal rate, and I will be linking that down below on where you can find those rates and the different sizes for that. So, like I mentioned before, there are also some kind of hidden fees that not a lot of people know about. And the first one being kind of piggybacking off of the monthly storage fee is they do incur a long-term storage fee. And basically, this is kind of Amazon telling you that get your stuff out of the warehouse. We want more turnover, we want more stuff coming in. And basically what will happen is if you have an item that is in one of their warehouses for 6 months, they will bump up the price. And then this is going to be basically a higher monthly fee that you're going to be charged with that. And that is on a per item basis. So basically, if you have a lot of items in there, that will be definitely a higher cost overall for that. Now, how they do it though is it is based on the cubic foot. So just like the monthly storage fees, the long-term storage fees are based on the cubic foot as well. However, instead of paying just 69 cents on the monthly storage fee, you are now paying upwards of $3 or $7 for the actual cubic foot. So definitely this is a lot higher cost with that, and if you happen to not be selling very frequently, or perhaps you got a huge order and not all of it is sold quite then, you might see a nice big spike in your costs. And really it's calculated the exact same way. Again, it is going off of the cubic foot with that, but the cost is overall higher. There is a 6-month rate, so basically once it hits day 180 through 364, it is going to incur that higher kind of 6-month long-term cost. However, if your product happens to be in a warehouse and it is 365 days or more, now there's basically double the price that's going to be charged per cubic foot, and that can get very costly. So the overall recommendation is eventually, if you do get very good scale and you are able to kind of purchase a lot of products ahead of time, that definitely makes kind of your shipping costs and your overall kind of cost for getting stuff set up lower. But you want to make sure that you're getting rid of all that product in a good enough time, you have good enough turnover, so you don't start incurring all these extra fees with that. But one kind of like last thing to keep in mind is with the 365 day having it in a warehouse for 1 year, Amazon is also putting in place that there is a 50 cents minimum for each item as well. So shouldn't be cause for concern for really most of you, but you just want to make sure that when you order your products, you have enough turnover, you're making enough sales, that you don't actually accidentally hit that 6-month or that 12-month mark for extra fees. All right, so the second hidden fee is the refund administration fee. And basically how this occurs is a customer buys your product, they take a look at it, they say they don't want it, so then they ship it back over to Amazon. Now you might be thinking, okay, cool, I'm going to get my full cost back, I'm also going to get my fees back that I paid for that. Not exactly. You're going to get some fees, but you're not going to get all fees. Basically what happens is you're going to get the 100% cost of your product back, that is a guarantee, but the referral fees that you paid, you're not going to get the full 100% back for that. Basically, Amazon's going to take a 20% cut out of that, and then you're going to get the remaining 80% for that. So that's kind of like another one they kind of just slide in there. So if you do happen to have refunds, just be aware of that. The original purchase may have been for, let's say, $100, including the fees, but you may actually end up getting back, let's say, like $90 because that $10 was an extra, that kind of 20% of the referral fee with that. So hidden fee number 3 is one that is category specific, and this is only for media products. So think of things as, let's say, DVDs, books, video games, software, consoles, things like that, things that are specific for the category of media. There is going to be a variable closing fee that you're going to see on your bill. And this is a set in stone $1.80 fee per unit. But this is something that they just kind of throw in there specifically for media products. So if you look for kind of one of those categories, so again, CDs, books, DVDs, video games, video game consoles, things like that, those are going to incur that $1.80 fee per unit with that. However, all other categories, kitchen, outdoor, sport, all those different things, none of those are going to incur that fee whatsoever. You're just going to be left with the monthly storage, the referral, the fulfillment fee, and perhaps any other hidden fees if you happen to come across those. Now, the fourth hidden fee that really isn't much of a fee is for gift wrapping. So basically how this occurs, and really this isn't actually any cost to you, but it is a transaction you might see on kind of your books with Amazon, is what happens is if somebody buys a product on Amazon and they choose that gift wrap option, that is actually an extra cost to the customer. So what's going to happen is Amazon's going to charge, like, let's say, an extra 50 cents, $1 for the gift wrapping. So that kind of gets added on to your kind of grand total for your proceeds. But what's basically immediately going to happen is Amazon's going to recoup that $1.50 from you. So basically it's going to be kind of like a quick in and out, is Amazon charge the customer, but then they kind of take that since Amazon's doing all that, not you basically weren't doing the gift wrapping. So just kind of like one little, again, not like truly a fee, but one thing you might kind of see that's kind of fee based is that gift wrap, that quick kind of in and out for for the purchase. So that is all I have for Amazon FBA fees and basically all the calculations for that. If you got some value out of this or enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. We'd really appreciate that. Be sure to click subscribe as we have new videos out every week documenting the FBA process. And be sure to use the links down in the description to help kind of take you out to more guides for the Amazon FBA fees, calculations, different categories, so that can assist you with helping out with your products. Thanks everybody, and have a great rest of your day.